found out that 1 in 10 African American girls will have a baby once she's a teenager. 25% of those girls will have another baby by the time she's 20. And I'm not knocking nobody. I'm a product of a single parent home. I'm a product of a mother who had me at 17, so I'm not knocking anybody, but what I am saying, that's not the best position to put our kids in. And I don't take that back, that's the truth. I don't knock anybody for where you are, but what I am saying, since we know better, we ought to do better. And so I want to challenge all of our young people to keep yourself. It is okay to not have sex. It is okay to be a virgin. That's a good thing. What you were doing, you were setting yourself up for success, because statistics show when teenagers have babies, that teenager is much more likely to end up in poverty. Statistics show that child is much more likely to run away from home, do poor in school. That child is much more likely to be incarcerated. That child is much more likely to commit suicide. And it's obvious, because teens don't know how to be a parent. I mean, I don't know that there's an age when you finally figure out how to be a parent. If anybody figure it out, let me know, because there's still questions I have, and I don't understand. But obviously teenagers aren't equipped to do it. And so I want to challenge all teenagers to keep yourself. It is not impossible. You can do it. You can do it. Secondly, in the state of Texas, African Americans make up about 11.5% of the population, but 45% of the prison population. So 11.5% of the population, a very small percentage, makes up almost half of the prison population. Young men and young ladies, I want to challenge you to think about the choices that you make. Think about the choices that you make, because all choices have consequences. And if you make bad choices, you will live with bad consequences. But by the same token, if you make good choices, you will live with good consequences. If you look at the new HIV cases, check this out again. On the national scale, in Texas, African Americans make up 11.5% of the population. If you look at the United States, they make up about 12% of the population. 12% of the population is contracting 49% of the new cases of HIV. 12% of the population, African Americans, are contracting 49% of the new cases of HIV. When I realized that, I wanted to figure out why. And I read some statistics. This is what I found out. The biggest risk factor for getting HIV, men having sex with men. That's the biggest risk factor. Now remember, HIV, it used to be a middle class, white homosexual vibe. That's what you used to get. White guys who are homosexual or middle class, that's what you used to get. When that was not white guys, middle class, homosexual, it's African American. Actually, who's getting it faster than anybody else? African American females, 15 to 24. That's who's getting HIV faster than go to prison. I don't know why our young African American females think that's a status symbol. A guy go to prison. Let me say what he needs to go to prison. If you go to prison, what it means is he's probably gonna have a hard time getting a job, which means he's probably have a hard time supporting you. And that's what that means. Doesn't mean you can't, but it means it'll be harder. I don't know why that's a status symbol, but girls are falling for them, and then they're getting HIV. And so I want to challenge you to think about the choices that we're making. We are an intelligent people. We are an articulate people. And I think it's time for us to rise up and be who we are. It is okay to make A's in school. It is okay to go in class and sit down and speak correct English. It is okay to pull your pants up on your body. It is okay. It is okay to do that. That's a good thing. That's a good thing. It shows you have intellect. And that's what the world needs to see. Show the world how intelligent you are, because the African American race is an intelligent race. And I'm not putting down any other race. I'm just speaking up to mine. And this is what they said. My parents are most influential, followed by my friends, the media, religious leaders, and teachers. So check this out. If parents, religious leaders, and teachers aren't talking to our kids, that means our kids are being influenced by their friends in MTV and BET. Parents, it's important for us to talk like this. Ask your child, what are you going to do when you grow up? Ask your child, what do you think God has for you? What do you think, what gifts do you think God has given you? Talk to your child about serious issues. This is how we break the status quo. This is how we produce great all parents to do three things. Let's see. Make a kid do hard things. Make them do hard things. Because life is hard. And if they don't start doing hard things, then they won't prepare for life. Secondly, set the example. Because regardless of what you say do, they're going to do what they see you do. And the third thing, show them an abundance of love and acceptance. Show them an abundance. An abundance. This is a mean world. And everybody needs somebody to be nice to them. Everybody needs somebody to laugh with and play with. And I want to suggest, as a parent, it's my responsibility to be nice to my daughter. It's my responsibility to love my daughter. It's my responsibility to play with my daughter because I want them to grow up into successful women. So do those two things. Make them do hard things. Set the example for them. And love them